Hi guys, and how are we doing? My name is Minju from TradewithBolu Financial Services, and I'm here taking you on a weekly forex analysis, and the weekly Deriv analysis that would be running from the 8th to the 14th of November 2021. And I hope we've been good. I hope we had an amazing week last week, catching some of our awesome trades which we analyzed, and definitely hitting those profit targets throughout last week. But if you did it last week, don't be scared, because this week there's much more room to hit much more. So today I'm going to be analyzing for this week 4 basic indexes. I have the VIX 51 index, the VIX on 51, so the VIX on 5 index, the step index, and the VIX 25 index. And to not waste much of our time, I'm just going to go to the risk warning, which says that trading leverage product forex and Deriv may not be suitable for all investors because there's some amount of risk, a really high degree of risk that it carries to your capital, and you must fully understand the risk involved. And TradewithBolu would not be held responsible for any loss, because this is just an analysis. This is not an investment call. So you may want to apply proper risk management. You should apply proper risk management to any of our trades or any trade you'll be taking, because that is actually what keeps you long in the market. So I'm diving into the chart for the first one is my VIX 51 index, and what I'm going to be looking for VIX 51 index is I'll move back to the upside, because I notice these lows that were created here, and when we see lows, equal lows, it creates some amount of liquidity around this region. So we have liquidity, and we saw price push down to take out this liquidity and push back up. And most times when price takes out liquidity, it goes back with so much impulsive pressure to the other side. And we can see liquidity taking out somewhere around here, and price making its way back to the upside. So the 51S index, to me, see liquidity has been taken out, and price push its way most likely back to the up regions of this chart. Okay, let me just mark out possible regions as profit target. So we have initial targets 1. And initial target again. Yeah. Okay, so liquidity taken out, and scrolling down to the small for entries, I can see this little trend line like structure, and I'm going to be looking for just again from the trend line back to the upside. So I'm bullish on the 15 index for this week, but that doesn't mean I'm not open to change. In forex, I'm open to be able to understand what the market is showing me, be able to react to changes I'm seeing in the market, so I don't miss out on also. So in case I see price break downwards, break to the downside, that means my bullish bias on this wasn't so right, and I'll be taking a bearish, and I'll be changing or switching to a bearish bias to some key regions for the meantime, some key regions to the downside, and a possible fall all the way to the downside. Yes, to this key level. So those are my analysis for this, and if you're looking at it, we can somewhat see some sort of long-term somewhat trend line, but this isn't so perfect. But yeah, we see liquidity taking out, and price coming back to take out this liquidity, and we see a push to the upside. Okay, trend line being respected here, and we want to respect it one more time and push to the upside. So for 51 index, quite bullish for this coming week. And switching on to Pixel 5 Index Daily. I've had this marked out for quite a while, and I was just waiting patiently for price. And I see this trend line touch. We had 1, we had 2, we had 3, we had 4, and price looks like it wants to make its way back to the 5th, because it correlates with this little fair value gap at this region. This very little fair value gap here. It is here. So price may want to touch somewhere here and push down back or to the downside, because this is a long-term trade. This is on a daily, okay, and you catching this trade is just so enough for the, could feed you a lot for the whole month actually. Yes, because you could just take a trade back here and you see a push to the downside, large amount of pips, you won't be catching. So just be watching out for this trend line, because you can see price reject it for more time. Because if we draw out a Fibonacci, and Fibonacci's are tools that show extent of retracement levels in a chart, mostly in trending market. So I'm pulling out my Fibonacci, I'm taking out the extent of retracement. This aligns so well with the key level 61.8, which is a very major key level of retracement in the market, and we see it aligning perfectly with it. So we would want to be keeping out an eye for that region, because it could be potential points where price would enter and push to the downside. Okay, that's my analysis on Vixen 5 Index, looking for a touch again of the trend line to the downside. I'm going to be super careful. In case I see a break upwards of the trend line, I would switch to bullish buyers and be taking. Let me just remove this. In case I see a push, a break of this trend line between initial targets here and targets coming in around here, just marking out those key points. But this is a downtrend on the daily, because we've seen lower highs, and potential lower high which I marked out here. So more or less often lights price would come back to still want to lower high and continue this trend to the downside. Okay, so bearish buyers for Vixen 5 Index Bank open to change and apply proper risk management when taking this trade. So switching up to my step index daily, I have this trend line, very steep trend line right here, and I was looking for push to the downside last week. Didn't get it. Give me a couple this week, because now I have 2 highs, and price seems to have taken out the bit around this region. Okay, and price even went back to test out this other block that was here. These concepts are all taught in our professional course, and these are ways to understand. These are market mover analysis way, and we actually, with this analysis, we can really understand what the big boys, what the institutional traders are looking out for and they are doing. And it helps us gives us a much more accuracy in our trading. Yes, much more accuracy in our trading. So price came back to retest this other block, and the other block we tested, we can see liquidity, this upside taken out, and price came. So we can, and this is a very steep trend line, so price most likely would push down, break it, and make its way down to the downside. Okay, so I'm looking for a little reversal, and these I'm seeing so much signs of so much bearish pressure coming in. So I want this higher low to be taken out, and once higher low is taken out, I'll be looking for a sell to the downside. So let me mark it out. Waiting for this to be taken out, a retest and a push to the downside. So that's what I'm looking for, this low to be taken out, a retest and a push to the downside. But in case I don't get what I'm looking for and price breaks up again, I'll just take a buy of this, and initial target around this region. So it's just me reacting. I've been a bias. Whenever I see market change, if I see market turns out the other way, I switch and take out trades on the other side. Okay, so but more or less often we most likely see price push back to the downside. Remember, I'm waiting for a break and retest of here before taking it, confirming my bearish bias on this index. Okay, so switching lastly to my VIX25 index, and it's been on a downtrend. It's quite a trend, quite a really trending market. You will see downtrend respected, and the price made somewhat of a double top and pushed down to the downside. And it seems price is leaving us, but what I'm expecting is most times price pushes, it comes back to the trades, and I'm waiting for price to come back to this region. Better have an eye for that region. Yes, price will come back to this region, take up some orders that are left there for pushing down to the downside. But let me just mark out the points I'm looking for. Points I'm looking for. So I'm looking for price to retrace back to this level, because this was a support, and support could turn back to a resistance. Most likely support turns to resistance because it's all key levels. They are all key levels. So I'm waiting for price to retrace back and give me some confirmations on a smaller time frame before taking a push to the downside. But in case price breaks upward, then I know this trend line must first break before my buyer switch. But this has been trending for quite a while, and we could see price push the test and make its way to the downside. So these are my analysis for this week, and thank you for your time. Thank you for watching out the analysis, and remember to subscribe if you haven't. Watch out our forex analysis in case you're a forex trader and you're looking for some trading options this week. And remember, proper risk management is coming. Okay, bye for now, and my name is Major from TradewithBolu Financial Services. See you same time next week.